I'll be watching Joe Burrow lift the Lombardi with slime on his head, bro. Just picture it.
Welcome to the Ballin' Podcast, where the
man.
ball is in our court.
Keep
I'm
it
Pavan
in.
Inaganti, and I'm here with
Blaine Simonds.
It's not Eric. Sammy Hoyt.
Blaine. How's your day going today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I went golfing.
I can see that.
golf?
Let's
I
go
can tell.
golfing.
Let's go golfing.
Let's go
Let's go
golfing.
golfing.
Let's go golfing.
Let's go to the beach.
But yeah, had a
Got it.
Had a decent
Let's
day.
go golfing.
Started out pretty rough, but
Tell him to bring the yacht
I
out.
brought the game back in towards the end. I had fun. That's what matters.
Exactly.
I had fun.
Exactly. You know what though?
My day was good too, Pavan. Thank you for asking.
Nah, I'm not gonna ask you, bro. But you know what
Be
will make
quiet.
your day a little bit better?
Pipe down.
We're gonna be talking about NFL today.
Hooray!
Hurrah!
Hooray!
Yippee!
No, but I don't know. I just felt like today was a day to get back into NFL stuff.
Yesterday was the day to get back in NFL stuff too.
You know, no, we're not gonna talk about that, my guy. We're not gonna talk about that.
We may or may not have filmed an entire episode.
No, cut
And
that
then
out.
this
No, we
clown-
didn't. We didn't. We
this
didn't.
clown.
Me? Why you looking
No,
at me?
this clown.
Who's this clown, bro?
This clown right here.
There's a fair bit of trolling, bro. That's
No
why.
idea.
That's how I, got
I think we should
ruined.
cut that part out. I think they can't know that we did a
They
whole
can't
other
know.
episode
They
before
can't
this.
know.
Cut that out, Eric. Thank you.
You can leave it in.
If you leave this in, you have to leave the
Nah.
first intro in.
I have a talk to give. If you're always hiding your imperfections, you're not authentic.
It's gonna get edited. That's the point of editing, is hiding the imperfections of it.
Embrace your imperfections.
I don't think in media that
Love
works.
yourself, Sammy. Love yourself.
That's not how it works in like
It's
media.
not how it works, my guy.
That's not how the internet works. You gotta be.
I understand. That's what's wrong with this generation, this day and age.
Well, we want to. Put
Okay,
out
you say embrace your imperfections.
polished
You know what? We're gonna get
product.
right into it. All right.
Let's do it.
Are you not gonna embrace to try and be a perfect human being? Are you not gonna strive for being a perfect human being?
I do. And
Or-
I know
or-
I'm
or-
not going to along the way, and I'm okay with that. I understand I'll have some shortcomings. That's part of life.
See,
It's how you handle the shortcomings.
here's the thing.
I'm so bored. Let's go.
Now we'll get right into it, though. We'll start off with division predictions. I feel like we have to, or maybe we're just obligated to, start off with the AFC North.
Obligation. Yes.
Being the
Yeah.
Browns fan, Blaine, how do you think the AFC North will fare out?
Are we talking records?
You can talk
We
records,
talk
who's going to
records,
win the division,
predictions.
and why.
I will say I don't think the Browns are gonna
Deja
win the
vu.
division. I don't think the Steelers are gonna win the division, and I don't think the Ravens are gonna win the division.
That's all the teams.
So what?
That's all the AFC North teams. There's only 3.
No.
Wait, what?
No.
Who else could there be?
But no, I do think the Bengals are gonna win the AFC North.
List your other 3 in order and then explain why.
Yeah. So I've got the Bengals winning, Browns second, Ravens third, Steelers fourth. But as far as like records, I think Browns and Ravens will probably have the same. They'll be close. And I think Steelers will be in last, either like 8 and 9, 9 and 8. 8 and 9 is in the Steeler way. They love to stay above
not the Steeler
500. I do think the Browns have a better season than the Ravens, but the Bengals are unfortunately top dogs. Yeah.
Sammy?
Me personally, I also don't have the Steelers in first. I don't have the Browns in first. And I don't have the Ravens in first. I also, to many people's surprise, have the Bengals winning the
What?
AFC North. What is that?
What?
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 What? What? Is that what you were going for?
No.
Oh.
No.
No.
Same
Anyway.
thing. List them and then
Yes,
explain
so I
why.
got Bengals first, Ravens second, Steelers and Browns tied.
No.
Steelers winning the tiebreaker, getting third, Browns in fourth. I have Bengals going 13-4, Ravens going 12-5, Steelers going 8-9, as do I have the Browns going 8-9. The Steelers get a tiebreaker over the Browns because they have a 2-4 division record. Browns would have a 1-5 in this scenario that I've created. What?
That's atrocious.
What?
Why the shock?
You genuinely think the Browns are gonna be worse than the Steelers? next
No,
year?
it's at the same record.
But worse.
I mean, yeah, I guess by tiebreaker, but
Explain.
Explain what?
Why are the Steelers better than the Cleveland Browns?
I didn't say they were better. They have the same record, Blaine.
So why are they above the Cleveland Browns?
The division record is what's tripping that up, right? Why
Yeah.
are they better within
Why?
the division?
Well, I mean,
Will
it's
they
a
win the same
one-game
amount of
difference,
games?
and it's the AFC North, so it can
Why
go
will
either.
why will they win the same amount of games? Explain.
I don't know. I just feel like
Exactly.
the Browns haven't. Why do you think the Browns will get
most
more wins
most
than Steelers?
complete roster. Such a complete roster. Name one weakness. Go.
Probably wide receiver.
No.
Yeah? No?
No.
Not this year.
No. Not
No?
this year.
Not this year.
Not this year.
Quarterback?
No, not quite.
Safeties?
Nope, definitely not that.
Kicker?
You got me, man. You got me. You got me.
You tell me, man.
You tell me. There's no wrong answer.
You know what? I'll go into mine too. I got.
We don't care.
Steelers got
Moving
better
on.
defense.
Onto that.
The ball is in your court now.
All right, knock it away.
If you're still here, what are you doing?
What are you doing? No, I got the Ravens, Bengals, Browns, Steelers. I got the Ravens and Bengals at 12-5. The division record separates the two. I got the Ravens going 4-2 in the division. Bengals going 3-3 in the division.
I will say this about the AFC North: these divisional games can go either way.
They really
No,
can't go.
fine.
either
No,
way.
across the board. It's the best division in all of football. It's the best division in the
It's the
history of
most
all football.
competitive division
It's the
in
best
all
division in
football,
all
no matter
football.
the record.
It's the best division in all of football.
That's fair.
And no one
It's
can
not
convince
ridiculous
me
to say
otherwise.
that.
It's not, because it's the truth.
It's not ridiculous to say that.
Do you agree?
No comment.
Because you're
Well,
wrong.
the truth is factual, and
Blaine agrees.
that is correct.
Exactly.
And there is no arguing when it is correct.
Blaine is always right, except for the times that he's wrong. And
But
in
when
this
I'm
case,
right,
he's
I'm
right.
right.
Yeah, in
So
this
don't-
case, he's
don't
right.
question when I'm right.
Fair
So,
enough, my
so
bad.
he is right. So that makes you wrong in
Okay,
turn.
my bad. My bad.
Assuming you disagree with me. Do you disagree with me?
No comment, bro. No comment.
He pleads
Do
the
you
fifth.
agree with me?
Do I agree? I don't know. No comment.
That means you're wrong.
The
No, I
Martians
do
have the
wanna-
death beam pointed at Earth. Do you agree with
Bro,
him?
I'm not picking, bro. I'm not picking. I did want to ask you this though.
I
right?
want the AFC North.
What do you think of the Bengals' defense this upcoming season? I know they lost Jesse Bates.
I am standing confident that the Bengals have a probably top
31.
10 front seven in the NFL.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I think it's really going to carry them. They've upgraded their pass rush, getting Miles Murphy, a great pick at 28 in the draft, as we talked about with you, just
Was
this
it
past April. The safeties concern me a little bit, obviously, because there's two new guys, never played with each other. One's pretty much a rookie that was on that we drafted last year, didn't get much time at all on Dax Hill. Nick Scott, who we really don't know about either. Very athletic, very quick guy, as is our whole secondary. Really, I like our outside corners. I like Mike Hilton, obviously. I think it's an underrated defense, honestly. One that didn't allow a touchdown in the second half of football games until like probably the last quarter of the season. It is something that goes untalked about, though, is the Bengals defense.
Yeah, I think the thing with them is it's
Lou.
really about the personnel.
And also, yeah, Lou
matching
Anarumo
up
is
with Lou, and I think
Lou Dini.
Lou knows how to use the personnel very well. We saw what he does in terms of adjustments,
I
like
want
you
him
said.
gone.
Why do you want him gone? Because you're a Browns fan.
Because you're
Yeah.
a Browns fan,
And
he's too good.
You
He's-
want to like Lou.
Lou will be coaching in 2024. Will be coaching.
Needs to be a head coach somewhere.
As a head
though.
coach. I agree. I really hope he does.
Like it's a good thing.
To me,
for
it's
the
inevitable.
Bengals,
To me,
He'll
it's
be coaching the
inevitable.
Buccaneers.
Okay. I can see that.
I will say once
Another
Lou is
defensive guy.
gone, like that's a way bigger loss than people.
Oh,
think
no,
it
for sure,
is.
for sure.
Face the sun.
See, for him, he wants it because he's a Browns fan. For me, it is a bigger loss than a lot of people realize, and you are correct about that. But I know that he wants to like Lou, but he can't because he's a Bengals coach.
I think
Bengals
that's
coach?
simply why they
no,
have
I'm
the
a
defense
Bengals
in the
coach
he's a
division, too.
Bengals coach.
I'm a Bengals coach.
No, because Lou Anarumo is a
Okay,
Bengals
Cincinnati
coach.
Bengals. Let's go. I will coach you to lose.
Bro, you gotta sit, man. Your calf, you gotta sit week 1. I'm sorry.
It's in week 1.
And also week 17,
Play it safe, and then heading into the playoffs,
week 17, you gotta sit down.
take a break.
Even if you're playing for the division, but it's fine. We'll it's okay.
Better to be playing for the division No, better to be playing in the playoffs than playing for the division.
What if they're fighting for a playoff spot week 17? It's like, you know what? It's fine.
What if he gets hurt?
We have trust in
What
Trevor
if he gets
Siemian.
hurt and they win the game?
Mm.
We don't want Joey
Trust
to
in
get hurt.
Trevor Siemian.
Honestly,
Reed
we don't
Simmons.
want Joey to get hurt at all, so just sit him the whole season.
Mm.
Am I wrong?
Yes, but go on. Were you gonna say anything else? Or is that it?
No.
All right.
This man, bro. This man.
No.
The thing with the NFC
Next
North,
topic.
though,
Next topic.
is
Next topic.
we see the Ravens bringing in Todd Monken.
The AFC North, you mean?
We see them bring.
You said NFC North. I'm just clearing it up. We're talking about AFC North.
You want to talk?
No, I was genuinely because I thought we were going to move on to the NFC
Licking
North.
my
We're gonna get to that
chops.
later.
Not
Let's
yet.
go.
Not
Moving
yet.
on.
Not
Okay,
yet.
well, you just
Not
said
yet.
NFC North because I thought we were talking
Not
about the
yet.
NFC North, but we're
Not
talking about the
yet.
AFC North.
Not yet.
Continue. I apologize.
The AFC North, you see the Ravens bringing in Todd Monken, bringing in weapons for Lamar Jackson. The Bengals still having their same core, restructuring Joe Mixon's deal.
What?
Offensive line getting a little bit better.
What?
You know, I don't know. Deshaun Watson coming out to try and prove it again that he's a great quarterback in this
What?
league.
What?
I'm curious to see what you guys think about the quarterback play in this division and how it could potentially affect just the AFC North in
And
general.
if the AFC North, how does this affect the AFC North legacy?
Literally.
Good, you go.
Nothing?
Nuh-uh.
Fucking
No,
work
but
with this, bruh.
Nuh-uh.
Kenny Pickett supposedly looks better. He's supposed to look better. And when you look at all the quarterbacks except for Joe Burrow, they all, in some way or another, got more. Well, I guess Orlando Brown, but all the quarterbacks got upgrades around them. The Ravens have like some real wide receivers for once. They don't have like some 40-yard dash merchants out there, you know. And then Kenny Pickett got some help with the O-line.
They have a one catch merchant though.
Yeah, and added some wide receivers.
Take that back.
Allen
He
Robinson,
has a Super Bowl now.
Darnell Washington. They added some weapons. Broderick Jones. Same with the Bengals or
Forgot
the
about
Browns.
Allen Robinson.
Yeah, Allen Robinson.
Yeah, forgot about
so
that.
he's gonna
You're
probably
right.
have 2 catches all year, but that's okay.
Yeah, right.
Veteran
Browns-
presence, though.
Yeah, veteran presence. But the Browns added Elijah Moore. They brought back some key pieces in the O-line. Added some depth in the O-line. Added some depth in the wide receiver room. Yeah, and the Bengals got Orlando Brown. So really all of them got upgrades. But I think biggest leap would probably be Kenny Pickett. I'd love for it to be Deshaun Watson, but last season was not promising. But at the same time, last season was
Kinda thrown in there a little
was
bit.
a great basement to make a big leap because he was not good at all. So if he plays decent, it's a pretty big leap.
Yeah, that is
So-
true. That is true. Sammy, what you think?
I would agree. I'd say Kenny Pickett will be the kind of breakout star, if you will, of the out of the AFC North quarterbacks. I think he'll have the biggest. He'll take the biggest leap, if you will. Just because, we have seen he's got more weapons. He's got a more diverse. His weapons have a more diverse skill set than I think they did before. Getting Washington, who's a big guy, getting Allen Robinson, who at once was a reliable wide receiver one.
They got Washington.
Darnell Washington.
Oh yeah,
The Pittsburgh Steelers got tight end Darnell Washington.
it took me a second.
Yeah.
Assuming he plays.
Assuming, obviously, but I'm saying like they've got a wide range of guys that can do a lot of different things
Yeah.
that I think that'll help Kenny Pickett as well. And I think Najee Harris will have a bounce back season if they choose to lean on him a little bit.
Foot got cleaned up. It was like
Yeah.
a preseason
Yeah.
injury that just lingered all year and he
Yeah.
looked pretty bad.
Yeah, I think he will he'll bounce back as well in his own regard. But yeah, unfortunately, Kenny Pickett, yeah.
No, yeah. I think the thing with this is we talk about Kenny Pickett, and at the same time,
Kenny
we
Shiesty,
see a
Kenny
lot
Burr.
of
He's in his
Kenny
second
Pickett, Joe
year of
Burrow,
stretching
Same
his
thing.
hands.
Thank you, LaShawn.
And the second year of extending the fingers.
Hmm?
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
like the
the
stretch
splints.
thing. The
Yeah.
splints.
Who does?
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. You've
He-
never seen that before?
What?
There's a clip where he was on.
I think it was a pivot, right?
Yeah, it was on
Pivot
Pivot
Pod.
and he was explaining that he used splints to try and lengthen his hands. He said he added about like a quarter of an inch.
You can do that?
Yeah.
I guess so.
Like his hands are just in like splints?
So his hands are just like
wearing things to make them longer, bigger.
He doesn't
fingers.
stretch out his hands
Interesting.
enough, I guess.
Okay,
Like,
well.
I don't know.
Okay.
So he has.
Interesting.
He's had a whole off season to stretch those hands.
He went up a whole glove size.
Yep. He's
Fair
growing
enough.
up.
That's
Fair
Putting
enough.
on his big boy gloves.
No, but yeah, I mean, getting back to what I was saying, like,
Joe Burrow should do
the thing
that.
with Kenny Pickett is I feel like people don't
Tiny
talk about it
hands.
enough in terms of, maybe him taking that potential leap in year 2. And I feel like it's kind of a disservice to him because played really solid throughout the second half of last year.
He shined at times.
He did.
He had like some good game-winning drives.
I really liked his poise, especially. Like, for a rookie, I feel like that's a trait that a lot of people love to see. A guy show poise, especially in big-time situations like that. Like, even with Joe Burrow, like, literally rookie year, first game of the year, if it wasn't for that A.J. Green supposed OPI.
The push off,
like,
yeah.
he potentially could have had a game-winning drive.
His
in
first
his
career
first
game.
ever.
Mhm.
And, like, that's something that when you look at it, especially from, like, a fan perspective, it's like wow, this guy can
Mhm.
really ball, and you expect
Ball
bright things in his
in.
future, Ball in.
The Houston
Ball.
Astros have a deal in place to acquire ace Justin Verlander from the New York Mets.
Oh, interesting.
That is interesting.
If we're talking about baseball, we could talk about baseball in here, but we
Why
can't.
don't you guys just talk about it? I don't have to be
We'll
part
talk
of the
about the
conversation.
IPL afterwards.
The what? Oh yeah, the IPL. Okay.
Hmm?
All right, I'm done. What's
I don't know baseball or IPL.
what's his name? What's his name? Don't tell me. Kohli.
Yeah,
Varut Kohli. Yeah, that's my guy right there.
He said it's his guy, bro.
That's my guy.
It's his guy.
I
What
mean,
was I
after
gonna
he
say,
beat
though?
you in Karams,
Karam.
Karams.
That's over.
Karam.
Bro. It's over.
Golly,
Bro. Just
it's
end
just
it, bro.
Karam. It's just Karam. It's not plural. It's just Karam.
Yeah.
either way, he still beat you. So
Okay.
Be Pranav.
No, I
kinda wanna
keep
be
getting
Pranav.
interrupted. Moving on though, like what I was about to say.
I care more about
I
beating
think Lamar
Pranav
Jackson
anyway.
will be the
Care
guy
more about
to be the
beating
best
Pranav.
quarterback in this division. I think he's going to be the guy that's
Wait,
going
wait,
to
wait.
get
Hold
back.
on. Repeat what you just said.
Yeah, in terms of regular season play, I think he'll be the best quarterback in this division.
Okay.
I think
Lamar
so.
Jackson,
Lamar
you said?
Jackson. And it's
I mean, you're wrong, but you can keep going. Yeah.
I think it's specifically because of Todd Monken. The fact that it'll be a complete scheme change, the fact that it'll be spread out. He'll be going back to that college-style offense where he had a lot of success, winning the Heisman as well. And just the weapons they added. The fact that they added Odell Beckham Jr., Zay Flowers. You still have Mark Andrews there. I expect
Likely.
a lot of
Isaiah Likely.
That is true.
Yeah.
I expect a lot of success from Lamar Jackson.
Daniel Falele,
Big guy.
big boy,
Big guy.
large man.
He's not a weapon, but yeah, he's a big guy.
He's a large man,
Large man.
big offensive tackle. See if he does anything in year 2. They also drafted USC guard Andrew Voorhees.
True.
Won't play because he tore his ACL.
Oh. Damn.
But they drafted him.
Damn.
That's another big boy.
Damn. True.
J.K. Dobbins, healthy. Melvin Gordon.
Gus Bus. Oh, I forgot about
I
Melvin
forgot
Gordon,
they had
too.
Melvin
Yeah,
Gordon.
it
That was
signed
recently.
Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
Recently, yeah.
Yeah.
Be exciting. Not for me though, but for Ravens fans, it'd be exciting.
Yeah.
I'm intimidated.
Gus Bus.
I'm intimidated.
We want to move
Alright,
on
let's
to the
move on.
NFC
Let's
North,
move on.
though.
Let's move on.
You
Okay.
probably cut that whole thing out.
Yeah, I don't know. Man. I can't. I have no control over the show anymore.
Wow. Good.
So yeah, the thing with the NFC North, I did just want to get to division predictions. Either of you can start.
The NFC North?
Yeah.
Not it. You go.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Okay, fine, I'll go.
Yeah.
NFC North predictions. I think that this is a questionable division. It's the best way I could describe it because a lot's changed for almost every single team in here. Packers, obviously, Aaron Rodgers is gone. Vikings, you lose a bunch of veterans on the defensive side of the ball. Lions, you continue to add guys. Some old faces gone, some new ones in. And then the Bears, pretty self-explanatory that it's almost a brand new team in a way. But I think as far as rankings go, I think Packers probably end up losing this. I think it'll be a much closer division, and it really could go anyway. But I do think Packers have the biggest disadvantage at quarterback, and that's not supposed to be like a knock on Jordan Love. It's just more of like if he was more promising, I feel like they might have gotten rid of Aaron Rodgers before last year, except he was coming off an MVP season. But so I think Packers finished last. There will probably be like 8-9, 7-10. And I could very well be wrong if their defense plays well and stays healthy, but they haven't been very healthy. And then third place, I have the Bears going 9-8, probably about that range. I just don't think their defensive line is good enough to consistently keep them in games and help them win games. And then I got Vikings finishing second, probably be in that same like 9-8, 10-7 range. And then I have the Lions winning, even though I don't think their defense is very good either. But I think they just have such a good offensive scheme, offensive coordinator. They have new weapons. And they really love the guys they did draft. So I think the Lions will win the division, probably at like 10-7, maybe 11-6. So,
What do you think?
I have the Lions winning this division as well, as does my colleague here.
They're also just a fun team to root for.
The Lions?
Yeah.
Just easy to say
definitely.
they'll win the division.
Yeah, the Lions going 10-7, going 4-2 in the division. Vikings at 9-8. Packers and Bears tied for last at 8-9. Only two games separating first place and last place. Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be a fun division. I think it's gonna be a really close division all the way through the season. Like I said, 2 games separating first and last. The Bears made a lot of really nice improvements. I like what they're building over there in Chicago. The Packers, even with a solid young core as well, and Jordan Love, because that team, we mentioned it. We were talking about it the other day, or yesterday, I think. This team is built more for Jordan Love than it is for Aaron Rodgers, I think.
Agree. Yeah.
So maybe not necessarily. Last season might not necessarily have been like a very good indicator of how good the Packers are right now, because I think this offense is going to be very much built more towards Jordan Love.
No, yeah. I mean, I completely agree with you. The thing with Jordan Love is I think he's going to prosper simply because of what they're asking out of him. Kind of like what you said. It's like when you have Aaron Rodgers, they're kind of expecting him to go out there and be Superman and try to play MVP level football no matter what the cast is around him, because that's just the expectation with what he's done in his career. But with a guy like Jordan Love, Matt LaFleur especially, I'm kind of looking at him to go and try to surround him and not really rely on him as much as he would compared to an Aaron Rodgers. So I expect a lot more of Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon. That will be very interesting to see, because I think they're the best running back duo in football. And there's a lot of good duos out there, but what those guys can do and what the skill sets they have and how they work together, it's a really good running back duo. They do have some young receivers with Christian Watson and Romeo Doubs.
Jaden Reed.
Yep.
Pretty much they don't have any veteran wide receivers.
Yeah.
After those three, it's like Samori Torre.
Torre.
Samori Torre, whatever.
I don't know.
Yeah, like going into the draft, it was just like 3 guys that were rookies last year, and that was it.
Yeah.
Like they actually had no veterans.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so
it'll be interesting because when you have a core like that too, like they'll all grow together, and they already have a defense that you can, at least you would think you could go out there and rely on them to keep you competitive in football games. Yeah. They're so well-rounded, especially in the secondary too, so that'll be very interesting to see. But in terms of my rankings, I have the Lions at 10-7 winning the division. I have the Vikings at second, still 10-7. I have Green Bay at 9-8, and the Bears actually in last at 8-9. And I simply only have the Packers over the Bears because I just think the Packers have a better roster. And even though I think Justin Fields will play better football than Jordan Love, that roster just isn't complete enough right now. And I think even 8 wins is simply just generous because they really just don't have a complete roster at all. They have nice pieces on both sides of the ball, but to expect them to go out there and have a winning record after what they had last year, it's just like too much.
D-line is too patchy. And even with the addition of DJ Moore and Tyler Scott, wide receiver, it's still too patchy for me as well.
Too patchy, yeah.
Chase Claypool is bad at football.
Top 3
but don't ask him. Don't ask him.
Don't ask him. He'll tell you he's
top 3 receiver.
Yeah,
in the
top
league,
3, top 5. It's
Top
crazy. No, but yeah, I mean, in terms of that too, it's like with a division like that, it's going to be exciting, especially with so many like new faces and, you know, just teams that are up and coming, just to see how that division plays out, especially as a person with an NFC team like that's who I root for. So like it'll be interesting to
Go
see how
Hawks.
North plays out.
Go Hawks.
I think Jared Goff will play top 10 level football this year, though.
Go Hawks.
I think he will be in the conversation to go out there and be a top 10 quarterback.
He is also wearing a speed flex now.
Oh,
So that makes him a top 10.
Is he?
that just like vaults him into the conversation,
Mm-hmm.
or like he's just there already.
No,
He needs a
it's
visor.
speed flex.
He needs a visor.
Yeah, he needs an Oakley visor.
What's the
Yo,
pink?
Jared
dark
Goff with a
black,
visor,
dark
bro.
black.
Huh?
Jared Goff with a visor.
Jared. Brrr.
That'd be crazy.
Nuh-uh.
No, I did want to move on, though. I know we already got our predictions done, but I wanted to move on and just talk about
Oh,
the
he is
state of
wearing
the
speed
running
flex.
back market right now.
Oh,
I know it's a conversation, a topic that has been buzzing a lot recently,
Oh.
especially with Jonathan Taylor's trade request, with the bickering going on between him and Colts management. Both sides have been talking their fair share. Blaine, I'll honestly just start with you. What do you think about that whole situation?
The specific to the Jonathan Taylor situation, I think it's just like a bad place for the Colts to be in with a rookie quarterback with an offense that's going to be so dependent on the run game. It's like Jonathan Taylor is going to be huge for Anthony Richardson's development. I think we talked about this yesterday, if I recall correctly.
Yeah.
May or may not have had a long conversation about this yesterday. But he's going to be huge for Ant's development, and I think it's just like this is the last thing that this team needs when you have such a raw prospect like Anthony Richardson, where the receiving game hasn't been great in the past few years. It's been a team that's focused on the run, and then Zach Moss breaking his forearm, also unfortunate. I think it's just like not very less than ideal, because like one of the greatest, and when it comes to paying him, like you're not paying just Jonathan Taylor, you're going to be paying for Anthony Richardson's development because of how Jonathan Taylor plays a role in that. So I think both sides are at fault, like the way Jonathan Taylor is going about it, as well as like the Colts. Jim Irsay is like handling it pretty poorly. He's like, and then obviously there's like false reports about back pain and things like that. So I think both sides are handling it pretty badly. And it's like an exaggerated, very like emotional whatever version of what's happening in the running back market, and it's just unnecessary.
What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a little bit of both sides about this one. The running back market is a whole nother can of worms as well, because that's been something that's been going on for the past off season. Really, it's kind of been the main talk. I just don't like it when management and ownership of these clubs come out publicly and like talk about how much power they have over these players, if that makes any sense.
I agree with
That kind of rubs me the wrong way a little bit, especially in the way that Irsay's doing it on Twitter, which is
If we die tomorrow, if we both die tomorrow, everyone moves on.
Yeah.
What are you talking
What?
about?
Yeah.
You know, like it makes no sense.
Yeah.
no, it just it rubs me the wrong way, and I understand not paying running backs. It is just the nature of the position now. There's nothing wrong with that. Them wanting more money obviously is gonna be natural. I just think the Colts, Irsay's at least going about it the entirely wrong way, and it's so painful to watch.
Yeah, it's like the name calling. That's almost what
Yeah,
it is. It's
it
almost
is.
like name calling instead of just like sitting down and
That's
working
literally
it out.
that's literally like, you know what it literally is
Yeah.
like. It's like, nuh-uh. It's literally what it's like.
Literally.
Literally,
That's literally what it's like.
literally, nuh-uh.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'll get my 2 cents in this too. Like, it's just,
I actually want your 3 cents. I'm so sorry.
you notice how like goofy that sounded, bro?
Mm.
No, but it honestly just like, to me, it's also like situation to situation, right? Like I'm thinking of recent situations like for example, Christian McCaffrey. they paid him big money. I didn't think the deal itself was bad. I thought it was bad that they paid him when they had a bad team. They were basically running him into the ground with a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just such a bad like situation to, you know, pay your running back big dollar and then just go out there and run him into the ground. Like that's such a bad situation for him. And he's worth that money too. It's just the situation around him doesn't play into his favor. And like, I'm looking at Jonathan Taylor. He's going to be a guy that's not only going to benefit Anthony Richardson will benefit him. It's a good situation for him. So why don't you go out and pay that big money for him, especially when you don't really have too much talent on the offensive side of the football. You don't have too much premier pass catchers like you were saying, and that offensive line was not great. Was not great last year. Isaiah McKenzie. My bad, bro. My bad. Isaiah McKenzie. Alec Pierce. I gotta put more respect on Alec Pierce.
Josh Downs, perhaps?
Josh
Josh Downs.
You love Josh Downs, Blaine?
Evan Hull, perhaps?
Oh, Adetamiwa Adebawore, perhaps.
Defensive.
I know, no, I know, but
it doesn't matter.
it was
Still a Colts
a
player.
it was a callback.
Still a
It was a
Colts player.
callback from.
No, but
I don't recall.
I mean, the thing with that is like with Saquon too. Like I was like you could pay Saquon big money too, and like I see the JT situation being very similar, where like you got a young team, you got a quarterback that benefits from the running back immensely. Why don't you just go out there and pay him the big money? Because you rely on him so much anyway, and you got a good situation around him.
People I understand how replaceable running backs are and how short of a lifespan they have, but when it's somebody who's like a big name, you're not paying for just the running back because they are taking eyes off the quarterback.
Yes.
So
it goes situation to situation, really. Like if
and
I had to pick the
offensive-
majority,
an offensive weapon is an offensive weapon.
that is true. Like
That's why the
stove
Lions just drafted
is a
Jahmyr
stove.
Gibbs. It's because they just
No matter
drafted the
where
player, not the
you
position.
go. Patty
because like if I
is a patty.
looked at it
That's
like
what
from
I
a situation to a
said.
situation, and like if I was building a team from scratch, I wouldn't pay my running back too much money. I'm gonna go out there and be like, I'm just gonna find the decent guy available and then just go from there. My focus is going to be on allocating the money elsewhere than the running back. But when you're in a situation where you don't have too much on offense, why don't you go out and pay that big money for a big name? It just doesn't make too much sense to me. It really just goes. That's just how it goes. It's an interesting conversation.
It goes.
It goes.
That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
just goes.
It's
I
the
got
way
nothing
life
else to
goes.
That is how the life goes. In terms of you know what? I feel like that's enough for today though. I did want to end this with one thing though.
What's that?
There's one thing you guys are most excited for in terms of your team for this NFL season. What would it be? I'm gonna put you on the spot here. Player, coach.
You see, that's the thing. Life gives you a handful of opportunities.
Just give give an answer.
Man.
I'll go with Deshaun Watson to Elijah Moore.
Philosophical and shit.
Deshaun Watson and Elijah Moore.
Deshaun Watson and Elijah Moore. That connection.
I'm gonna go with this is a bit of a cop out. The Bengals offense, really third year under their belt. This will be
how
the third year.
descriptive.
This will be.
Oh my
I was
God.
gonna.
How
explain it.
descriptive. I'm excited to see my football team play in September.
You see how it feels when like I'm trying to like talk and then you
No,
just get
but-
interrupted by goofy comments, bro. You see how I feel?
That wasn't a goofy comment. My goofy comments are about nothing. This is about me as a personal
so
attack
isn't it
on me.
worse when you
No.
do it? than-
Quit being philosophical. It's not a personal attack.
Yeah, exactly. Quit being philosophical, bro. Go and explain your
Stop
point.
using my words against me, please.
Nuh-uh.
Whatever you say will be used against you. No. Go
So
ahead.
the
and
Bengals
explain.
offense.
Bengals
It's not a
offense.
quarter
why?
block.
Please elaborate,
The-
because there's a lot of elaborating needed. Go on.
It's gonna be the third season, full season under for the majority of the main offense, the centerpieces under their belt. I'm
Ted
really
Karras
excited.
is his second year. And it's Orlando Brown's first year. And Alex Kappa's second year. And unfortunately, Jonah Williams' fifth year.
That is unfortunate, but yeah.
Tough season, man. Jonah Williams.
Or no, fourth year.
Fourth. Yeah.
I wouldn't know, bro.
That's his fourth.
Yeah, fourth. You're right.
Too long.
Unfortunately. It's too damn long. For
Too
sure.
long.
So who's been there for 3 years? Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase.
Not even T.
It's not
Higgins. T.
even-
Higgins a year more.
No, Jamar Chase a year more or a year less.
Oh,
Yeah.
year less. Jamar
Yeah.
Chase a year less. I
It's
was
gonna be
flipping it.
Jamar Chase's third year.
Joe Burrow's third year. I'm really excited for the Bengals offense.
his
That's
fourth
my
year.
fucking answer.
Just Burrow
Well,
and
you know
Chase.
what? It's not his. It's his fourth year.
That's T. Higgins' fourth
It's
year.
it's his third year being. It's not T. Higgins' fourth year. Or it is T. Higgins' fourth year. It's T. Higgins and Burrow's fourth year. They were both drafted in the same draft class.
Yeah. It's only Chase's third
That's
year.
what I said. Why are you explaining it to me like I'm a
I'm
baby
saying,
that didn't
no,
understand?
it's-
I understood.
The core
I
is
understood. I'm trying to explain it to you, boss man.
the core being Burrow, Chase, Mixon, T. Higgins, and Boyd. They've all been together for 3 years, all together.
What about Orlando Brown?
Oh
That's
my
not
God.
included in the what are you most excited about for your team?
What am
Ron?
I excited about?
Yeah.
Honestly, the Rook, like Devon Witherspoon and JSN, like just both of them. I think it's going to be exciting to see how those two have immediate impact on our football team. Because especially with a team that went 9-8 last year, and then you add those two, like
Mhm.
adding 2 first-round picks, it's going to be interesting. Because the team very well could go as far as they go. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Because JSN, in terms of just opening up the offense,
Mm-hmm.
Devon Witherspoon going out there, maybe having a potential season like Tariq Woolen had last year, could be very, very good for our secondary. So, very interested to see how that goes.
The rails. It's fallen off the rails.
It has fallen off the rails, bro.
No, I love the Seahawks.
Nuh-uh.
I love their last 2 rookie classes. They're great.
Nuh-uh.
Big football fan,
Nuh-uh.
so I like the Seahawks. Football guy.
If you're here, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Please.
And I'll pass the ball out to you guys.
Pavan won't let us out until we get
I am asking
views.
for help. I am trapped in this basement.
We're in a basement.
The ball is officially in your court. We'll see you guys
I'm not
later.
trapped. For legal purposes, that was a
Peace.
joke. Goodbye.